Okay. So let's discuss. I was reading an article recently that was looking at the idea of a vaccine passport. Do you have any idea what this is?
No, I have no idea what about this.
So one of the one of the concepts here is that for people to be able to travel around the world freely, of course we use a passport. But nowadays, if we want to open up our borders, because most countries are closed, it's impossible to travel in, don't have a visa. But nowadays, more and more countries are considering the idea of opening up their border for travelers. Of course, we know that the tourist industry is dying, the airline industry is dying, and these are big parts of the economy for most countries. So the idea has been proposed to open up the airports, allow, but the only people that will be allowed to travel the country are people who have a vaccine passport. What that means is that it's a document that is confirming taken both of shots, that you are vaccinated, and that even if COVID, that you're probably not going to die from COVID. What is your idea? What's your opinion about this concept of the vaccine passport? Do you think it's good or bad, or what do you like, what do you not?
For this in tourism and the we can say many countries economy depends. So this is a good idea. I think this is a right option.
Can you prove that you have had COVID? Did you go to a hospital? Did you
Yeah,
get a doctor or something?
I because I checked my fever panel. So my fever panel is a viral impact, and I've tested my blood and urine test, and so identify that this is a viral fever. And also I am unable to smell anything. So this is a common is we can say the
Symptom. Symptom.
symptoms of the
Yeah.
COVID.
Doctor diagnose you as having COVID? Because this is the thing, they say that it's true. If you have already had COVID, you do not need to get the vaccine because, like
Yeah,
you said, your body has the ability to fight COVID, a vaccine.
yeah,
But if you cannot prove that you have had COVID,
yeah.
then you still have to get the vaccine. This is the problem, right? Like, so I have had COVID too, but I have no evidence. I didn't go to a hospital. I think it's more
Yeah.
dangerous to go to a hospital. I just stayed at home.
I also same with me, and because I am not go also the COVID test, and but all symptoms are of COVID, so that's why I think.
But that's the problem, right? Like I can say that and you can say that, but it's very difficult to get a vaccine passport if you have not gotten some kind of evidence that you have gotten it. So this is the
So
problem. I also don't want it. I don't
yeah,
want, I know I can fight the virus.
so during the COVID time,
Hmm.
uh, stress is very high for the individual mindset, and because in a never if any COVID positive are there, what was the learning from the COVID? What was your learning from COVID situation, COVID tenure?
Just my biggest learning was that you have to be adaptable. If you want to have a good quality life, you have to make sure that you do not to one way of living. You have to be adaptable to situations. My example here is the ability to work online. I didn't used to work online until COVID began, and I honestly did not really enjoy working online before, even if I had the option. I mean, I'm a people person. I love working with. Okay, so let's continue, right? So you do agree with the idea of a vaccine passport, as do I. But there are also other countries which are using this concept of the vaccine passport to determine whether you can enter a specific kind of business. So for example, the restaurants, the coffee shops, bars, shopping malls are open, but only people who have a vaccine passport are allowed to enter. For people who do not have a vaccine passport, they say, no problem, you don't have to get the vaccine, but you cannot come into our restaurant, you cannot have a drink in our bar, blah, blah, blah. Now, the question is, This is a form of discrimination. What do we do about this kind of situation? Is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? Why do you think they're using vaccine passports to enter restaurants, coffee shops, this kind of thing?
uh, I can do one thing. I separately two wings of restaurant. Some partitions are there, or normally some partitions, not permanently. This is a temporary partition. And if you are not vaccinated, you go there, and if you are vaccinated, you go here. And we can. This is the solution.
Okay, that's an interesting idea, but in terms of spreading the virus, I don't know how effective it's going to
So yeah,
be.